to let everybody in, but I forgot how. There they are.
Oh, hooray. Hi, friends. Welcome.
Welcome, everyone. Look at these beautiful faces.
Oh, so many beautiful secret agents.
Yay.
Hello. Welcome. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy day of love.
Hello, beautiful
when
people.
we celebrate each other and the goodness of ourselves. As we share love, I see so many people I love in this room, and some I don't know how to love yet, except that I already do. And just, giving everyone the biggest hug. Hello, friends. Thanks for joining.
Oh, such beautiful faces. This is a treat. You are our Valentines. People are still coming in, so I'm going to just kind of let everybody keep coming in, and you can watch Rosemary's beautiful face as she waves.
And in fact, why not just put your face nice up and close to the camera so everybody can see your face, and just look at the eyes of other people who chose to be here this morning. All these people who chose to show up and think of sweet and surreptitious ways to spread kindness and love. Thanks, everybody. Even some from quite far away. Hello, Mark. Mark is coming from, I don't know, it looks like it's midnight where you are, friend. Seems like it's always midnight there.
Oh, I'm so excited. Every time I think that everybody's here, some other beautiful person just shows up it's popping in. We will start in just about 30 seconds, okay? Let's get everybody in, all these secret agents.
Also, I will say, I'll just go ahead and do a little promotion for another program that's happening right after ours is over. Kayleen and Mythica are doing a special Valentine's Day poetry sangha, and I'll go ahead and put a link to that in our chat bar too. But there's some, if you just didn't get enough and you want more poetry and more love, you can get it. I'll put the link in the chat bar in just a little bit for that. All right. And if you want, go ahead and put a note in the chat bar, say where you are.
That is that would be so lovely, Rosemary. Thank you for that. Oh, everybody is so nice.
From all over.
You guys, I was just remembering before we logged in, the last time we all got together, I was actually sitting next to Rosemary, and it was such a beautiful thing to remember because I could almost feel your arm, pressed up against mine. People are still coming in. It's so wonderful.
Well, I tell you what, I think we should go ahead and get started, and folks can join us as they are.
I love that.
Sherry, I know that you have to be in charge of letting folks in, so I know you're going to be a little bit distracted around that, but I'll go ahead and jump in and just tell a little bit of the origin story of secret agents. Before I do that, raise your hand if you have been on a secret agent of change mission before. Look at all these amazing, profoundly experienced secret agents who know how to spread love and kindness. And go ahead and raise your hand if this is your very first Secret Agents of Change mission. Welcome, secret agents. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining with us. So Secret Agents of Change began a few years ago when Sherry sent a note, and I got it in the mail, and it was, and Sherry, you jump in and correct me anytime I get the story wrong, because already it's becoming apocryphal. So I got this note from a stranger, and it had $5 in it. And it said, "Thank you so much for all of the joy that you're spreading with your poems. I admire you and I'm grateful for your poems. And I'm just giving money to people who have brought abundance into my life. I'm sharing abundance back with them." And I was blown away. I was like, is this for real? That would really happen? And so I wrote a poem about the whole experience called Secret Agents of Change, in which the idea was that we could all be secret agents who were just spreading love, kindness, and abundance. And then what happened, Sherry?
Well, I, of course, was so delighted. Like, right? Imagine getting a poem written by Rosemerry for you. Woo! And I saw how excited people were about the idea. And I was delighted by secret agents, right? Secret agents of change. And so I really pushed past my comfort zone and reached out to you. And I said, can we start something? Can we start a Secret Agents of Change? And you being who you are, I love this. Like, you didn't even really know me. And you were just like, yeah, we could do that.
And that's how it all began, friends, just like that. And since then, I don't know, we've done dozens of missions, I believe, actually. We used to do them like a whole week of missions at a time, and now we just do them a lot more sporadically. And today was, I think, a really important one. Sherry and I have been talking about, well, as we often do, about love. And we thought, well, Valentine's Day coming up, we should reinvent the Valentine, because Valentine's Day has been taken over as a Hallmark holiday. And so we thought, let's go back to the origins of Valentine's Day. This is really how this mission began. Is I was remembering the story of Saint Valentine that I read when I was a little girl. Sherry insists that I need to present this as the true story. It's true that this is the story I heard. And there are many perhaps true stories out there, but the one that I heard was that Saint Valentine found himself in prison. Now that part we know is true. And that he desperately, in his suffering, wanted to reach out to someone else and let them know how much he appreciated them. And so what he did was he had a leaf, and the leaf was shaped like a heart. And he took a stick, I guess, and poked a love message into the leaf. And then the leaf was carried off by a bird to the girl it was a young girl who he wanted to thank. All right. It must be the true story, but it is at least the true story of how this this mission came to be. Sherry?
Enchanted. I had never heard that story. And I love it. I loved the idea of particularly someone who was imprisoned, right? Who was suffering himself, sending love into the world. Because for so many of us, you know, that could be our experience on a day like this, where we might be going through a really hard time. We might be not feeling so great. And maybe not, you know, maybe we are feeling great, but it's the idea that no matter how we're feeling, that we could send love, and that it went on a leaf. Like, for goodness sakes, I love that part.
So we decided to pair that with this poem of gratitude. And this is one that I wrote, and we're going to use it as a leaping point for our secret mission today. So this is how saying thank you. I want to bring to the doorstep of your heart a giant bouquet of soft-petaled words, a lavish bouquet of gratitudes grown from seed in which each bloom remembers each time I watered it, encouraged it, pulled the weeds from around its stem. I want to have amended the soil. If you're not muted, if you would just check and see if you're muted, please. I want to have amended the soil in which these appreciations grew with the mycelium of devotion, the dark compost of love. It matters the ways we say thank you. These two words disappear from the air in less than a second. So is it any wonder when you, with your love, have changed me forever? That I want to bring you a whole garden of gratefulnesses, no, a whole field of eternal thank yous, in which every flower is astonishingly open and the perfume fills every room in your heart.
Mm.
I think, it's interesting, of course, that I love you are maybe the three most common words we'd associate with Valentine's Day, but we're just turning it around a little bit to these two words, thank you. Thank you for the ways that you have opened my heart. Thank you for being who you are in the world. I'm going to read the poem one more time, and this time maybe just close your eyes and let it just wash right over you. Saying thank you. I want to bring to the doorstep of your heart a giant bouquet of soft petal words, a lavish bouquet of gratitudes grown from seed, in which each bloom remembers each time I watered it, encouraged it, pulled the weeds from around its stem. I want to have amended the soil in which these appreciations grew with the mycelium of devotion, the dark compost of love. It matters the ways we say thank you. Those two words disappear from the air in less than a second. So is it any wonder when you, with your love, have changed me forever, that I want to bring you a whole garden of gratefulnesses, no, a whole field of eternal thank yous, in which every flower is astonishingly open and the perfume fills every room in your heart.
Rosemerry, thank you for, some of you may have seen, I put out a post that even if you didn't want to participate in the mission, to just come for Rosemary's poem. Right, because that in itself really, that is a secret mission of self-love, to allow oneself to be in the presence of what is love, right? Rosemerry, that poem is pure love. And I really meant that, I meant that, even if that's what you do today, is just listen to that poem and thank yourself. And before I give you the prompt, I also, while she was reading, I was looking at those of you who could see your beautiful faces, and some people I see names that I know, but and thank you. I just want to say really, truly, thank you for being here. It really matters that you show up. We feel your energy, we feel your love. So before we have any other secret agent mission, already you've given, right? Already you've taken action by being here. So thank you. And thank you, Rosemerry.
Thanks, Sherry. All right. So Sherry, as the amazing co-spy master that she is, has devised the most beautiful, surreptitious, fabulous secret mission for us. And then even a double secret agent mission too.
Yes. And actually today we get an extra poem, which is a secret surprise that will come after the mission. So secret agents, welcome. Here's your mission, should you choose to accept it. This year, we are reinventing the Valentine. It is green, representing St. Valentine's love that was sent like a leaf on the wind. Our Valentine is not plastic or chocolate or for lovers only. Our reinvented Valentine is for anyone who needs some love. Our Valentine might be given by someone who themselves are bereft of love. Our Valentine is organic and infused with hope. Our Valentine will arrive unexpectedly and anonymously into the hands of someone you may or may not know. For example, push a green Valentine under the door to your local library and put your favorite librarian's name on it. Leave one in the produce department for the grocery clerk who's always smiling. Slip one in a book in a little free library and address it to my fellow reader. Put one in an envelope with a $5 bill and leave it on a park bench for someone who needs a boost. Use your imagination, love in any way you are moved to do. And for goodness sake, if you live in a place with a giant leaf, use it.
You know, we were thinking about those giant leaves, like the ones they have in Florida, and they're this big, and you could actually pick one up and write all over it with a Sharpie. Or, you know, you could go all St. Valentine's and poke at it with a needle. Maybe that'd be quite something if you did that.
Rosemerry, do you have a double secret agent poem for us?
I do. It's super short. Just, you have to listen right off the bat. Here it is. Standing on my own welcome mat, roses in hand.
Again.
Standing on my own welcome mat, roses in hand.
Ah, so
You
for
know,
those,
we often stand on someone else's welcome mat with the roses, but here's the double secret agent mission, should you choose to accept.
oh, do you want me to read it?
Yes, you're the spy master.
I just wanted to say, I know we have some brand new secret agents. And so just so you know, what we try to do, I don't think we do it all the time, but sometimes we have a double secret agent mission, which is a mission for you, right? Because as Rosemerry just pointed out so aptly, right? Sometimes it's easier for us to give love outwardly, but we always also want to make sure that we're encouraging that practice of inward love. So today's double secret agent mission, write a thank you letter to yourself for a particular way that you have loved, or an essence of love that you are. Appreciate your beautiful heart. Tell yourself why you love yourself.
And I'm just putting both the missions into the chat bar so you can read them again. And at this point, we can open it up to discussion about, well, about quite a few things. We could open it up to ideas that you have. Oh, wait, there's more. There's more. Sherry, tell them about your printables.
Oh, yes, thank you. So, right, before we open it up, so I created a very, very, very simple printable that has some green hearts on it, in case you want to just simply print those out and, you know, give them out or send them out or put them places. We also, of course, are encouraging you, if you want to use a leaf. Rosemerry, didn't you also make your own green heart?
I made a few this morning. I thought they're just green hearts with stickers, and I wrote in sparkly pen on them, which doesn't really translate through the computer screen. But like this one is for our post office postman. I guess that's his name, postman. So I thought I'd just slip it in the post in the mail for him to find. I don't know. It's kind of fun. So
Right.
Sherry's also, the image that Sherry has is a tree covered in green hearts. So it's a tree shaped like a heart. The leaves make a heart shape. So it's a really sweet little printable. If you have a color printer, which I don't, which is why I ended up making them, then it would be I would certainly be printing them out because they're sweet. It's a sweet image that just makes me feel like love is growing. So.
Oh, well, and of course, you know, I always delight myself because I love a theme. Like that's my thing. And so the fact that it was a heart made of leaves, which, you know, goes back to your story, that delighted me to no end. So before we open it up, I'm just going to tell a quick, short little piece of synchronicity that happened. Rosemerry and I have been talking about this, the secret mission over the last week. And I love libraries and I love librarians. And that's why I had given in my prompt that. My mother, who's not here today because she's not on Zoom, but she didn't know we were talking about this. And I got a text over the weekend from my mother saying that she took some Valentines and chocolates to her librarians to surprise them. And I just loved that because it was almost as if she was here with us. And she too just loves librarians. So, oh, and thank you, Karen. I do have a blooming green hat. So we're gonna do our best. I've got 2 screens. So you can, if you can press the reactions button to raise your hand, that will be a little easier for me to make sure I see everybody, but you can also just do this and Rosemerry will help.
And it looks like Aida's got something already. Hi, Aida. Can't hear you yet though, friend.
Oh, you know what? Let me give people the ability to unmute themselves because I can't. And that way she can.
There we
Oops, nope, we still can't hear you, sweetheart.
There we go. Okay, so I was a librarian for 31 years. So this, see this, can you see it?
Yeah. Sort of.
By
You can see
Mark
the suggestion of it.
Garment. I don't, oh, wait a minute, there we go. I've never been good at showing books on Zoom, which was a source of pain. Anyway, these 2 friends were making each other Valentines, and one was purple, and the little girl fox made a green one. So this book is old. I don't know that you'll find it in your library anymore, but you brought back wonderful memories of my reading this story to countless children who sometimes stop me now in the street and say, do you remember me? Some 30-year-old, you used to read me stories. So anyway.
Thank you, Aida.
Thank you for reminding me of the fun that I had and that I used to send out green Valentines. Anyway.
That is so beautiful. What a great thing. And that you happen to have that book right there to show us. I love that.
Anyone else? Any thoughts you have about something you might do? Mom, I see you raising your hand.
As Rosemary knows, I love to send cards from Jackie Lawson. It's just an e-card. They have all kinds of Valentine cards. And you can put it'll show up in your email as Julie Wahtola sent you a card. But instead of my name, I just put a friend and sent an email Valentine to someone I know here.
Oh, good. So it didn't show that it just showed it was still a secret.
It's a secret because it just said a friend.
Very good.
That
Nice
is a
job,
great
secret
idea.
agent mom.
I know. Secret agent mom. I see Lori. Lori, are you able to unmute yourself?
Yes. I just got this from my husband this morning. It's just a string of yarn with words that he cut out of a paper.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And it's just sweet things. Forever is composed of now, celebrate, dreams, lovable. And I just thought how wonderful and simple this is, but it says so much. And I was thinking maybe I could make some of these for friends with a big heart, a green heart, suspending it down the middle, and just go hang it on their door or on their mailbox. So, yeah.
I love that. That's so beautiful.
Oh,
I
Lori.
love that.
Thank you. And what a great idea to hang it on their door. Can you imagine opening your door to see that? Oh, that's so beautiful.
Thank you, Lori. And Stella, how about you?
Hey, good morning from Bayview. I have to tell you, I'm one of these people who I'll go to the store and I'll find these wonderful Christmas cards, Easter cards, you name it card, and I buy 5 of them thinking, oh, this needs to go to this person. I put it on my counter and I forget to send them. So I have a stack of cards in a little box, but this past month I bought intentionally about 6 cards and they actually went in the mail. And I was so proud that I actually did that. But I have to tell you this morning, when I woke up, I just couldn't get my eyes open. And I was already getting a few messages, text messages. So I sat and I sent a little Valentine thing that I took off the internet to a ton of people because it's so simple. It's so easy to boom, just do it. And the responses that have been coming back just kind of really warmed my heart, because these are people that are here, there, and everywhere, just like this call. But the most special one was one of the Franciscan sisters that was my math teacher in high school. And I've been in contact with her over the past month because I'm on a planning committee for our 50th reunion. And my job is to find all these sisters if they're still alive. And she's one of the 13 that is still alive of the original 13. But anyway, I sent Janet, age 89, a text because I had her cell phone number. And lo and behold, the woman answered me immediately. It was like, I'm going to be like this when I'm 89. I'm going to be texting from wherever. But, you know, it brought delight to my heart. So I just wanted to share that. Janet up in Allegheny, New York, is alive and well and texting people at age 89. It's awesome. It brought lots of love to me when she sent that back this morning.
Thank you. Thanks, friend.
I love that you started your day just like all that love, just putting that love out. And then it, you know, as it was coming back, then you really, it sounds like just received it. And now we all got it, right? I love that. I love
that.
Way, so we'll keep talking about, you know, all these ideas. We'll come up with ideas, and maybe you'll hear something someone else says and you think, oh yeah, that's something I want to do too. The other way that we can communicate that is through our Facebook group. If you haven't already joined our Facebook group, that's where and if I understand not everybody's on Facebook, so, but if you are and you go to our Facebook group, that's where we report back on our missions, in which it's great if you can take a photograph, but if you don't, that's fine too. Just send us a little note about what you did, and we'll celebrate you, and it'll launch us into our own ideas of what else we might do. It's honestly like reading the best newspaper ever. You know how if you read a regular newspaper and every single story hurts your heart, and this is the exact opposite. It's like reading the best love newspaper in the world. So I hope you will join our Facebook group and share your stories and read each other's stories and think about more ways to spread love. It's really fun. Anyone else?
Man, I'm sorry to interrupt you, sweet pea, but I know we had some people join us late, and I know you happen to have the prompt really handy.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you put the prompt? And yes, so
the prompt is in the chat bar.
Sometimes if they join late, they don't see the whole chat though.
I will go ahead and repost it in the chat bar. You are so
and
right.
Also, yes. So in our Facebook group, which is called Secret Agents of Change, and I don't, do you have that link handy? I can grab it. If not, I'll grab that. But anyways, we will always post the poem and the prompts after this meeting. So you can always do that. And I just want to echo what Rosemerry said about that. I don't know, I think probably a lot of you have experienced how wonderful that is. As the day goes on, to be reading people's stories from their missions, it's so heartwarming. And so, yeah, please join us there. Anybody else have ideas that, and of course, they don't have to involve the green heart. It could be anything. Oh, the website for the e-card. That was your mom's.
Okay. Oh, right. Mom, if you would go ahead and find that, I'll write that in. It's Jackie Lawson. I'm sure if you Google Jackie Lawson, you'll find it, but you do have to spell it like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'm just, Sherry, if you just keep talking, I'm going to find the link for our Facebook.
I'll just keep talking.
group.
Oh yeah. So I love when we get together like this. First of all, of course, just seeing all of you, but also the different ideas that people bring. And who is it that does the poems, the chalk poems? I know there's somebody who does poems on doors, and I'm sorry, I can't.
Oh, it's Paula Lepp.
Paula. Oh, of course.
She's here.
Is Paula here?
Yes.
So Paula, can I ask you to talk a little bit? Because I always think like that's such a unique way to spread love, right? And I'm not seeing Paula, but let me try and find her.
Oh, did she? Maybe she'd hopped off. She was here.
Nope, I'm here.
Oh, here she is.
Hi.
Paula, tell us about that, because maybe that will spark some other ideas for people.
Sure. Well, the idea actually was spurred from a Secret Agents of Change mission from about a year ago. And I got the idea then to, we have a street level garage that has a big door on it. And I got the idea to go and chalk poems by poets that I love, poems that moved me and mean something to me. And so I would just write the poems on the door for everyone who's walking by in our neighborhood. We live right up the hill from an elementary school. So all school year long, there are kids and parents and delivery drivers and dog walkers and parents pushing, you know, the baby carriages and just all kind of folks walking through the neighborhood. And I thought, what a great way to introduce a little bit of love to who knows how many people. Now, do I know how many people stop and read the poem? No. Doesn't matter? No, because I know some do. So it's just a really fun way to share a little love, share a little light.
Paula, thank you. Go ahead, Rosemerry.
Oh, it's just I've seen other people on Facebook posting about Paula's door. So she's made quite a stir over there in West Virginia.
Well, and it inspired me to think that, so we did put it with the two printables. One of them is the cards. The other is Rosemary's poem. And so maybe you're not, you know, as talented as Paula that you could chalk the whole thing or, you know, but you could print out a copy of Rosemary's poem and surreptitiously post that on a community board, you know, and along with it, maybe do your green heart thank you in some way. Right. So I think that there's also that piece of the missions that I do love is that oftentimes people will share Rosemary's poetry, which that is a whole lot of love to share.
Any other ideas about something you might do today for your secret mission? Aida wrote, I hope you will consider current librarians. Yes, librarians deserve lots of love. They have earned a lot of love.
And the two that my mother gave notes to, I love this too, because she said one of them said, I haven't gotten a Valentine since 4th grade. And then the other one said, the last Valentine I got, I had to make myself. So it was great.
Kristen, you're raising your hand. Can't hear you yet, though. Can you help her unmute?
Hi, I figured, sorry. I'm at school, so I just want to, this is my first Valentine's Day without my husband, so it was going to be a little challenging, but my colleagues and I decided to do a carrot cake contest because it's later in the afternoon here, and I'm just going to show you. We haven't started eating them yet, but I don't know if you can see them.
Oh, that's fabulous.
So that's what we'll be doing momentarily. So, and thank you for everything. The poems are wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kristen. And we hold you as you celebrate this day.
Before I see Paula's got her hand up, but also Kristen reminded me too, like, wow, teachers, you know, if we're all thinking of somebody to send some love to, you know, it could be school teachers, of course, it could be former teachers of ours, it could be our children's teachers, it could be teachers, like Rosemerry is a teacher in the world, right? Like to think of the whole category of teachers and how much they give. It's a great way. So thank you for that reminder, Kristen. Paula, did you have your hand up?
I did. I just want to take a second. Come here. Come here. This is my daughter. This is Ellie.
Hi.
She's 18 and she is just stay here. Okay, just stay here. Just stay here. And she is I'd almost say a junior secret agent, but I think she's a secret agent in her own right. Last night she made these, I don't know if you could see these little beautiful lavender tea cakes. And she's taking them to her coworkers. Today, she's going to run them down to her coworkers who work at a little local ice cream shop. And then tonight she has an acting class and she's taking them to her classmates and to her acting teacher.
Way to go, secret agent Ellie.
And I'm hoping that there'll be at least one left over.
She should totally save one for her mother. That is for sure.
That's what I'm thinking.
I've already eaten 3 of them. Thank you.
Go away. Love you.
Anyone else? Any thoughts about the way to spread kindness on Valentine's Day, especially to people who may not be receiving? I saw there was a note in here. Older people might really appreciate some extra love. First responders. Those are really great ideas.
Oh, I love too. Susan just posted, I'm thinking of posting your poem saying thank you at the library on the community bulletin board.
Oh, hooray. In Wauwatosa. I grew up so close to there.
You did?
I did. I grew up in Pewaukee, which is quite, it's, you know, it's in the same, more or less. That's kind of fun.
The other thing I wanted to say is if anybody wants to raise your hand, if maybe you're stuck, maybe you don't know what to do and you just wanted to verbalize that, or maybe you yourself are just feeling like you really just want some love and we could just give you a big outpouring of love. Anything goes.
Peter. There's Peter raising his hand. Hi, friend. You guys may, if you were here for our last secret agent mission, you may remember that Peter was the one who gave the special love to the trash removal folks and took the little video and posted that. That was pretty fun.
I have to tell you, the trash man for a month afterwards put my trash can up on my porch. Nobody else's trash can get put on their porch, but he put my trash can on my porch. So I feel like I got paid back by that one. So, Valentine's Day, everybody. So let's just think about Valentine's Days from the past. One that stuck out of my mind was my college roommate and I, with our girlfriends who are now our wives, we were doing a special Valentine's Day date, and we went on we blindfolded our girlfriends, and we had this special place set up to have a dinner, and we were college kids. We were going to get Kentucky Fried Chicken. So we ended up Kentucky Fried Chicken, and the lady there got this really weird look on her face, and she looked at us. She goes, "I'm really sorry, but we are out of chicken." We're like, what do we do? Kentucky Fried Chicken's out of chicken. So we went next door and ordered pizza. Anyway, so which made our girlfriends having to wear these blindfolds for a ridiculously long time. So I just had the idea. I'm going to order pizza and send it to somebody, but I need to figure out who, and just have it show up with a delivery guy, a pizza, you know, a Valentine's pizza, just saying Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh,
But I didn't figure out who though still. So anybody has any good ideas?
Ooh.
ooh.
You got one?
No, I was just laughing. I was just thinking about pizza. Rosemary, can you remember when you had to tell me that pepperoni was meat? I just remember that. That's hilarious. Yes, I am really smart.
Peter,
You turned out just fine, Peter.
I love that idea of sending a pizza anonymously and surreptitiously.
Yeah, that's really fun.
And again, if you think about, you know, I'm not sure, you know, who's in their office buildings right now or not, but like a nonprofit popped into my mind, you know, a nonprofit that I love. There's an organization here in San Francisco that serves the homeless. And I know that they are open and that people are gathered there. If a school, again, you know, back to the teachers, if a school is open, yeah, an after school program, Jesse, you know, so thinking about people who are, or the fire department, the police, you know, who somebody here had mentioned first responders. Yeah. Oh, and I see Edie's got her hand up.
Good morning, everybody. Peter, thank you. You jogged my memory with something. I live in Chicago and it's very cold here in the wintertime, and I work from home, and I love making hot cocoa for our postal workers and for our waste management workers as well. And it's just, I love it. I'll put my coat on, run, like timing it every day, right? And I'll put well, I don't do it every day, but I'll time it, put my coat on, run out there and give it to them and wave and go back into the house. And there were a couple of times when I forgot to take the garbage cans out, and miraculously enough, they were there on the curb where they went ahead and they reciprocated the kindness. And it really warmed my heart because I never expected that.
And there it is, just kindness, how I love the way that's how kindness works, that it is this, there's one seed and it just blossoms like crazy. So many ways that it comes back. Thank you for sharing that story.
And she also gave us such a great idea, right? I love the beautiful personalized, actually handing the cocoa to people like that. That's so beautiful. And it reminded me when you said it was really cold. I don't remember if this was in our group or I saw this somewhere else, but that someone who knitted scarves and left them in the public park with a note for the homeless or for anyone who was cold. And I loved that too, the beauty of that, and of course they'd probably be very beautiful hanging on a bench or a bush or whatever.
That's a beautiful idea. A green scarf. Of course, it's my favorite color anyway. So. Any other ideas? Oh, good. Here's Jessie.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm so excited to discover this community, and I just love listening here and hearing all the wonderful things that you guys do. And I'm looking forward to getting to know you better in the Facebook group. One thing that I was reminded of by this conversation, and some of you probably know about this already because it's been around a while, but this book, Sneaky Art, which is about all different ideas for how to make beautiful things to sneak out into the world where people can stumble across them. I was reminded of this when I was on your website yesterday, Rosemerry, and I saw the stones, and that's absolutely like the idea. I mean, my mom got this for my kids when they were really, really little, and they used to do these projects around town. So this reminded me of that.
Wait, before you go, Jessie, will you hold it up again? And I want to get a screenshot, okay? So, wait, I want to smile. Give me a smile while you're doing it.
And here's the author.
Oh, wait, Rosemerry. Now, Jessie, come back and say something so you get me on my screen.
Hello, 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 hello.
I got it. I'll post that in our group. I didn't know about that book. That's great.
Sneaky art. What a good idea.
No.
Sneaky art. We just like infuse it with a little bit of kindness, and it's like that's like a triple mission. Beauty and kindness at the same time. Any other thoughts? Or anybody else with a question? Anybody wondering, I don't know what to do. Oh, there's Amy. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Rosemerry. Well, just a quick thought. All this inspiration, and it's so nice to be here. Thanks for the invitation. I have my nearest neighbor about a quarter of a mile away, I would say. I'm just thinking, perhaps I can experiment because we're covered with snow up here. I can take a spray bottle and perhaps put a little green food coloring in it and see if I can make a heart in the snow. And on her driveway, she is an elderly widow, and I think it might be fun to try. So thanks a lot for that inspiration. That's it.
That's a great idea. And I think that does count as sneaky art too. Like that's very good. Oh, how fun. I love that idea.
I do too. It's so wonderful. And the thing that I love about when each of you share, it kind of does spark other ideas, right? Like, so I love that, someone who's elderly and doing it in their driveway. But of course, oh, that's great. Like Stella just said, hit the sidewalk with chalk, or, I was thinking again, a public park, you know, to do something in the snow like that. It's just so, you're all so creative. I love
And
it.
if you do it, I hope you'll take a picture and share it in our Facebook group. It would just be so good to, I don't know, because it just makes us all so happy. It's so awesome to see these acts of kindness and just to feel a part of it.
And video, you could also do a little video, don't forget. I know sometimes people have posted tiny little snippets of video of their missions. Yeah. And I love it. In the Luella just said, we have fresh snow here in Detroit too. I'm going to paint the yards green tonight. That's so good.
That's fabulous. Anything else? Any other ideas about a mission? All right.
I have an idea.
And
I'm Susan. Here's the Valentine that I printed, and
thank you
I
for
thought
showing.
I'll put one of these in my neighbor's mailbox because he comes over without being asked and uses his snowblower on my driveway when it snows.
Oh.
Just because he's a good neighbor, and just leave it in his mailbox.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank
and did
you.
everyone, will you show it again? Those are the printable cards that that Sherry has available on the website. There's a link to it in the chat bar, and there's also, we'll be having a link to it, will be on our Facebook page too. They're really beautiful, aren't they? Thank you for that great idea. And thanks to your neighbor for being such a good neighbor too.
Lori.
Oops, can't hear you yet though. Lori, we can't hear you, friend. There you are.
Sorry to be on twice, but I just couldn't help but be enthusiastic about reminding people of the last mission where you think of someone, even a teen, that would need it, because I went through and I started sending pictures of the Valentine I made, and I saw the name of that teen that I sent to last time, and I thought, yes, I'm sending it to her too. So just remember those teenagers.
Beautiful idea. Thanks for that reminder. Yeah. Yep, they sure could use some loving.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think that's another beautiful thing that, you know, what you've all been bringing in, and what to me is so important too on these Hallmark kinds of holidays, right? Like, it's great to love everybody in our lives and to express that, but also when we give special thought, you know, I often will think about who's recently divorced, you know, who has recently, you know, lost someone that they loved to death or illness, and who's sick themselves, who's shut in, who's, you know, who's not able to really be out in the world right now. So just to think about, because all of us probably within our own communities know a lot of people, and these days can be, you know, there's something about them. Sometimes you're seeing these, like, you know, happy hearts and chocolates everywhere. And if you feel left out of that, it can make it just an extra hard day. And so some unexpected love it can mean everything to somebody.
Yeah, well said, Sherry. That's what we're doing. We're spreading that love. Shh. There's something so fun about it being all secret. There's something that makes me happy about that part.
I agree. I want to go back to, because when you first told me that story, Rosemerry, about St. Valentine and the leaf in the wind, right? Like, to me, I think the reason I was so delighted with that is that it feels like this group, right? This is what you guys do. It's like these beautiful, you know, love on the wind kind of feeling. And it's also, again, I just feel like I'm moved to say this because I'm looking at your faces again, and it's like showing up with love in your eyes the way that you guys do. That is also a gift to people, you know? So as we go about our days, just to try to remember that too, you know, that the way we greet somebody, like Rosemerry, I was just telling you that the other day, right? I just love that you sing, you know, your greetings. Something like that can be, you know, that love on the wind.
Love on the wind. What a nice way to say it. Love on the wind.
Stella just said that she loves to call it Happy Heart Day, which is beautiful. And Kelly said, I sent text to all the people I love. One friend responded and said that I really lifted him up because he was having a hard time. I reminded him that I'm always here to hold him up.
Mhm.
So beautiful.
Mhm. Yeah, I guess as much as the secret part is fun, sometimes really just letting a person know I'm right here is, of course, that's so important. Yeah.
And it can be bold, right? Like we don't have to limit ourselves. And I do know, oftentimes I will send notes to people I love and just not sign them and try to get them sent from some other post office somewhere else so that they don't guess who it's from. Everybody likes to have secret love arrive.
Okay, I want you to know, sweet Sherry, that your handwriting is so familiar that anyone who got your note would definitely know it was from you, no matter how sneaky you were about the post office. So
You mean my chicken scratch?
it is not chicken scratch. You would have to type it, I believe, darling, in order for people to really not know it was you.
Absolutely. We have a few more minutes. Maybe we'll just have a few moments of silence, and in case anybody else wants to jump in.
Hey, thank you. Susan Niemi just wrote a beautiful note. I lost my dear friend Roxanne a little over a month ago and have grief and loss tonight. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do something, but know that I love you all. Thank you, Susan. And just honoring you as you continue to love your friend. And Casey, I see your hand.
Yeah, hey, I just want to thank you both, Rosemerry and Sherry, and everybody for showing up. I feel very uplifted by starting my day this way. Really grateful.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey. It's really good to see your face and to see so many other, just to see people I love, some people I haven't seen in so long, some people whose faces I almost never see, but I know your names and correspond with you. And it's a joy. It's a joy for us to be together. Judith, I see your hand is up.
Hi, everybody. I want to ditto what Casey just said. I have never had a Valentine's Day like this, and it's so uplifting. It's heartwarming and brings out the joyful tears. I really want to thank Zoom because I wouldn't know any of you. And I have to say, this is about people all around the world. Sure. I also thank Zoom for the fact that I met Stella today from Bayview, Wisconsin, Susan from Wauwatosa. I'm Judith. I live in Fox Point on the North Shore. And our Rosemerry was from Pewaukee. I'm originally from New Haven, Connecticut, but I've been in Milwaukee longer than anywhere else. But thank you all. And lastly, Sherry, when you mentioned the library first, my heart just exploded because the last time I was there, and the library has kept me going through the pandemic like nothing else, except Zoom maybe. But the librarian said, "Oh, it's so good to see you." And I said, "I love the library. You know I do." And she said, "Oh, please let us know. I want to give it to our director. Write me something." What does she give me? A piece of scrap paper. You know how you have the scrap paper to write the call numbers? So guess what? A green heart. Thank you all so much. Thank you for listening. And I just, thank you.
Thank you, Judith. That's awesome. By the way, Stella sent you an invitation to come to the South Side for lunch. So
And I love what Valerie said. I was thinking the same thing, Valerie. Can you imagine sending hearts to Zoom? Like, how happy would they be?
Right? That would be great. By the way, there's also there's a tea company called Plum Deluxe that I received tea from them, and they will send tea to anyone who needs it, like somebody who's grieving or somebody who's hurting, or you can, it's all secret. So if you go to the Plum Deluxe website, I hate to say this, but I looked for it recently and couldn't find it. But I know it's there because I've done it once before and I received the Plum Deluxe tea. So maybe just go search around and if you find it, put it on Facebook.
Look at
I
Jessie.
couldn't find it. See, there's that great. See, Jessie just put the Plum Deluxe tea shop in the chat bar. So it's just dig around in that site and see if you can't figure out how you send tea to somebody who needs it. They do it for free. It's just what a beautiful gesture.
I love
I hope they're
that.
still doing it because it meant the whole world to me when I received this tea. And I guess even if they're not doing it for free, I suppose you could still just do it. And they have really sweet tea names, like there's a gratefulness tea, which is Earl Grey and strawberry. And they have so you can actually send a little kind of message to a person with which kind of tea you choose.
I had an idea just drop in, and I don't want to put Ida on the spot, but I guess I might be in a way. But I was thinking it would be fun. I know some people probably have to jump off right at the hour, but it'd be so fun to hear that book. I love children's books, and it can be so comforting to be read to. Just throwing that out there. I don't know if she's even still here. Oh,
She's right there and she's nodding. And by the way, if you want to see Paula's door, you can totally see her on Facebook. And Paula Lepp, I don't know if you're there, but you can see her. She has lots of her photographs of her garage door on her Facebook page.
Oh, and she could paste that, please, Paula, go ahead and put it in our group too, so people can see, because I know a lot of people couldn't be here today. And Stella, thank you. That's beautiful. What you said about sending the prompt to your soul circle. Please ask them to report back in our Facebook group. It sounds like Ada is willing to read to us. Do we want to see if anybody has anything lastly that they want to share about the mission? Oh, Valerie.
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be here and make my heart sing. I got out my heart mug, and I like saying Valentine's Day.
Of course.
I'm more self-centered in the world. But I just had a flash of putting somewhat of the prompt onto Facebook today as a post and say, spread some love to somebody randomly today. Just to kind of spread out the idea. And if we all did that, it could really become a new epidemic. No, wait, that's not the word. It could go viral. No, that's not
This idea. If you'd be willing to post a Facebook group link, that would be so wonderful, so people could come back and report. Thank you.
And I have something really sweet to show that somebody did for me. I had written a poem about needing to have a chair to sit in and really feel the world. And look, someone sent me a chair. Isn't that the sweetest thing? So, I mean, the ideas for what you could send people are actually so. You could send someone a chair and say, get cozy and just let yourself sit and feel what you feel today. I don't know. How cute is that? I love your idea, Val. And I'm trying to think of a way that things could spread that doesn't sound like contagion.
There was this beautiful young man, poet I met at Naropa, and he would write the most beautiful love letters and leave them in grocery carts for whoever would
Perfect.
that cart. He would just leave a little love poem for them for their day.
Great idea. Great idea. Thanks, Val. Oh, Paula Lepp also said that if you wanted to see the garage door poetry, you could go hashtag garage door poetry on Facebook and it should take you to those posts. You're so hashtaggy smart. I'm so impressed with you.
Hashtaggy smart. Oh, Geraldine.
Hi. Oh, good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I just wanted to say what a difference it's just making to me to wake up this morning and come on this site, and Rosemerry and Sherry, the gift of both of you and everyone to be putting forth all this love. I'm just feeling very jazzed up. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I have some ideas, but I just had to tell you I'm really grateful. Thank you.
And are you wearing heart earrings?
Yes, and yes.
Covered in hearts. Fabulous.
A lot of drama.
Lots of love.
Rosemerry, dear, my dear co-spymaster, shall we have Ada? Is it Ada or Aida?
Aida.
Aida. We could have her read. I do understand some people may need to hop off. So if you need to do so, but if you want to stay around like I do and hear a Valentine story, maybe we could end with that.
All right. And just a reminder that I will be posting as soon as we're off our call, I will have our mission posted on our Facebook site, and we look forward to hearing back from all of you. There'll also be links to get the poems and also to get the printable tree heart tree, green leaf heart tree, the beautiful image that Sherry made.
Would you like me to do this?
You betcha.
Okay, I need to see myself here so that I can get the pictures right. Let's see. All right, are you ready? Can you, I can only see you, Sherry, so I don't,
we can hear you.
Okay, so this is called the best. You can hear me?
We can hear you just
I don't
great.
have, I'm not in good light. That's the trouble. So I'll do the best I can.
That's all we ask.
The best Valentine in the world. It was November 5th. Ferdinand Fox was looking forward to Valentine's Day. Only 100 more days, he thought. Only 100 more days until Florette Fox gives me a Valentine. Ferdinand looked at his calendar. I better start making her Valentine right now. Perhaps it'll be better if I just read you the story and not try it with the pictures.
Yeah.
You can use your own imagination. Ferdinand got crayons and paste, scissors, ribbons, lace and flowers, and purple paper. Everyone gives red Valentines, so I'm going to make Florette something different, a purple Valentine. Ferdinand worked on his Valentine all through November 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then he looked it over. This Valentine doesn't quite meet my high standards. I need to put more things on it. Ferdinand went outside and walked through the woods. He gathered some leaves. I will paste these on my Valentine for a nice leafy look. Then he saw a couple of flowers. Oh, November flowers. If they've lasted this long, maybe they will hold up through February. Ferdinand picked the flowers. He kept walking and looking. Sticks! I could spell out Florette's name with sticks. So he picked up the sticks. Then Ferdinand went back inside. He worked on his Valentine through the rest of November and all through December. What a masterpiece. This is going to be the best Valentine in the world, he said when he finished it in the middle of January. But Florette deserves this because I know she's making me a Valentine at this very moment. Not as great as the one I made for her, of course, but it's the thought that counts. Ferdinand telephoned Florette. What have you been doing lately? Nothing special, said Florette. Nothing special, thought Ferdinand. She doesn't want to tell me about the Valentine she's making for me. She's working way into the night. She hasn't combed her fur in weeks. She hasn't read any good books, hasn't seen a movie, all because Florette really cares. Finally, it was February 14th. Ferdinand thought, I'm going to go to Florette's house and let her give me my Valentine first. And then I will surprise her with mine. Ferdinand searched for a bag big enough to hold his Valentine. At last he found a garbage bag. Oh, Florette will never guess that anything is so wonderful is in something so plain. Ferdinand went to Florette's house. Happy Valentine's Day, he said. Oh, is it Valentine's Day? Asked Florette. After Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year's, I sort of poop out on holidays. I'm glad you reminded me, though. So what are you going to do about it? Asked Ferdinand. You sound mad. I am mad. You're celebrating Valentine's Day by forgetting about it. Ferdinand turned to leave. What do you have in that bag? She asked. In here? Oh, it's my garbage. Your garbage? Why did you bring it to my house? I brought it to celebrate Valentine's Day, you forgetter, you. And off Ferdinand marched. Garbage for Valentine's Day? Said Florette, scratching her head. That's a new one. Ferdinand hurried home. She forgot. What a terrible thing to do to February 14th. At home, Ferdinand took out his Valentine out of the garbage bag. Now I'm a permanent owner of a masterpiece that has Florette written all over it. Ferdinand's telephone rang. Hello, it's Valentine's Day, February 14th. Spread the word, said Ferdinand. I know, it's me, Florette. I have something for you. What? Asked Ferdinand. Something, come and get it. Well, it's a last-minute Valentine, isn't it? It's just a couple of pieces of paper stuck together with paste running over the edges and Be My Valentine scribbled on it so fast that Valentine is probably misspelled, right? Valentine, Florette spelled. I'm thinking about it. I bet the paste isn't even dry yet, said Ferdinand. It's dry, and I'm getting mad. This Valentine is what I would call beautiful, gorgeous, spectacular, just to name a few descriptions. Ha, said Ferdinand. Well, ha yourself, said Florette, and she hung up. What a sad way to celebrate Valentine's Day, thought Ferdinand. It could have been a day of beauty and lace and sticks and purple paper. Ferdinand kept thinking about Florette. Oh, so she forgot. Not everyone has a fine memory like me. Not everyone is organized and clear-headed and thinking ahead. Ferdinand stared at his Valentine. I made this Valentine just for Florette, and I am going to give it to her. Ferdinand took the Valentine and went to Florette's house. He held Valentine behind his back when Florette opened the door. Happy Valentine's Day, he said again. And then he held the Valentine in front of Florette's face. A purple Valentine just for you. Oh, said Florette. It's a masterpiece. Come in with your Valentine. You can't really see that. There she is holding it. Ferdinand stepped inside. I knew you'd love it, he said. And don't feel bad about your last minute Valentine. You don't even have to give it to me. You mean much more to me than any old Valentine or any new just made last minute paste dripping from the edges Valentine. But, said Florette, I made one for you and I want to give it to you. Florette opened her closet and dragged out a Valentine. I don't know if she could. It was covered with ribbons and flowers and lace and stars and bits of velvet and satin and sparkles and candy hearts with candy arrows and feathers and the words Valentine, which had little bells that jingled, and it was green. Wow, said Ferdinand. It is beautiful, gorgeous, spectacular, just to name a few descriptions. You work fast. No, slow. I made this last year between St. Patrick's Day and the 4th of July. I wanted to be sure I had a wonderful Valentine for you. And then I put it away and I forgot all about it until you reminded me today. I hope you like green Valentines. Everyone gives red. It's the best Valentine in the world, said Ferdinand, and I feel stupid. Well, I feel forgetful, said Florette, so let's call it even. Okay, happy Valentine's Day for the 3rd time, and a happy Valentine's Day to you too, said Florette. And there they are. So thank you. You know, this just made I wanted to read this story out loud to somebody so badly. I've just got tears in my eyes. I so miss reading stories. And so I'm gonna bawl my eyes out. My heart is so cracked open. Thank you very much. Oh gosh. So beautiful to be heard and received. I can't think of anything that would be more wonderful today than that. Thank you.
Oh, sweetheart, thank you. That was so beautiful. It's a gift. It's a gift that you showed up, that you had that book, that you were willing to be put on the spot like that and to bless.
Well, thank you. You should send me your address. I'll give it to you. I don't have anybody else that wants it, and I will be happy to give you this story. So if you send me I put my email in the chat, we'll figure it. I'd be delighted to give you the story.
I would
Thank you for coming. Thank you for reading. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Aida. That was really fun.
It's always hard to close our beautiful circle, but that was so special. Thank you, beautiful Rosemerry. Mwah.
Thank you, sweet Sherry. Thank you all, secret agents. so much good work to do and so many amazing people to do it. Thank you, everyone. Happy Love Day, happy Valentine's Day, happy Heart Day.
Please don't forget what a gift you are. You have made my morning, and I'm sure so many of us feel that same way just by being together. It's everything.
And I did get the mission up on our Facebook page, so it's ready to receive all of your reports. Can't wait to hear.
We'll see you in the Facebook group, everybody. Okay. Mwah.
Thank you. Happy Love
all.
Day.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.